Today's adventure begins here behind the Rock Church, formerly the American Gladiators Dinner Show. We're going to do some sort of firefighter training as the recording of this. TGIF, it is Friday, December 22nd, 2023. 3 days, if my math is correct, till Christmas. Either there is a plumbing problem or they're just doing a little training back here, some testing. Might drive a little closer. You want to drive over there and see what they're doing. Curious. Oh wait, look. Letting out some water right there. Take a look at that. That's cool. I have no idea what's going on. Welcome everyone, TheDailyWoo here. Ended up stopping off at Krispy Kreme. Didn't get any donuts, but I did get a piping hot caffeinated beverage. This is going to be a Highway 192 video. I'm just going to traverse, but trying to do more 192 stuff. I got to thinking yesterday when I was covering a spot here on the road that I pretty much started my channel on Highway 192. It was my first video I ever uploaded on the TheDailyWoo channel was on New Year's Eve of 2009, and it ended 2010 when I was still working at the feed store. I didn't quit there until August of 2011. For pretty much that first year and a half, it was mostly 192 content. So I kind of want to start getting back into that and showcase some stuff I haven't shown, showcase some stuff I have shown, and how it has changed over the last decade or so. That's what today's going to be. And then also later they're doing an art walk at the Celebration, around the Celebration Lake and Market Street. They're doing a Christmas art walk. Join me. That's hot. It's good to have you here. Shall you? All the years I've been around this area, I've never driven down this little side road that runs parallel to this flea market where they just started putting food trucks. A lot of places have food trucks on 192. You get the bearings there, you can see the big orange, world's largest orange, off in the distance. There's some ducks in this lake here. Again, I have traveled Highway 192 both directions many times, but a lot of times I don't veer off on the little side streets that go behind some of the shopping centers. For example, this used to be a bank. I never realized this was an old bank. Right here. You see the teller window, see the deposit box. This is right next to Hope Thrift. Yeah, who knew that was a bank at one time? Weird. No, it sounds really strange, but in a weird way, I want to rent one of these storefronts here. I don't even know what I would use it for, but there are a few available between the thrift store and the Rock Church. The Rock Church is behind it. Oh, there's a lot of mist back there from the firefighting training. It almost looks like fog. It's so hazy. Yeah, it's got to be training. Look at that. There's like a little projectile going up into the air there, a little water action. That's pretty cool looking. The power of those things. Look at that stream, man. That has got some serious power. Well, number 42. Speaking of fires, I'm really glad that the big orange did not burn down 9 to 10 months ago or so. There was a fire there. Still standing. Even though they don't use the inside, but at least it didn't burn completely down. Also, that Waffle House is still under construction. Back behind some of these shopping centers, lots of retention ponds, like this one, for example. This old dilapidated fence. Something like, picture the Swamp Thing living in. Also, I never realized there was a motel back there behind this. This is over behind Dunkin', the Philly cheesesteak place. This was a restaurant of some sort. Tore it down. few months ago. It was sitting here empty and abandoned for a long time. All right, that explains it. That clarifies what the restaurant was before they tore it down, before it sat empty. Kabuki parking only. Unauthorized vehicles will be towed away. And it's kind of a bummer. They just painted over this little timeshare place here. It's still open. This was used in the movie The Florida Project. There's a couple photos. You used to be able to match it up exactly with what it said on the side, but here within the last month, they painted it like a reddish orange and yellow. Dang. Another area I've never driven around behind, so this is pretty close to the Wizard over here. A lot of cones have been set up. Just random cones that are like parked in the ground. Big parking areas back behind all these sections. And what the heck was here? It's a foundation? Even some steps. What the heck? Someone's necklace. There are an insane amount of parking spots along this road behind a lot of these shops, which just shows how busy this area used to be as far as tourism goes and people going to these places. I mean, so much parking back here. This is behind one of the two Wizards on 192. There's this hat right there, the Wizard hat. I've never been back behind here. Additional parking back there, but in reality, I don't know if anyone uses it. Oh, but they're doing a little something here with this crane. Maybe it's just where it's parked. The side view of the Wizard. Love this thing. I think I like this Wizard a little more than the other Wizard that was up by the former Splendid China. I like that Wizard too, but I have more of a connection with that Wizard. You can see him through the bushes. Construction update. They're doing some work on the road here. Road is closed here at Illahaw Station, which is the bus stop. Yeah, this bus stop here is the Illahaw Station. It says so right on the side. Fun facts. There's all kind of little tidbits of info that no one knows about, and let's be honest, not many care. There were a couple motels here. They have recently been bulldozed. A lot of bulldozing going on the street. The parking lot was here. It's another motel that's still standing right next door. You can see it's all been leveled through here. They were in disrepair for a good while. They finally came in, cleaned it all up, tore them down. And now both these properties are for sale signs in front of both little sections. Sidewalk's still here, all broken up, grown over. Looks like there's even some power grids left. See if I can find any info what this used to be. Also some water pumping mechanisms right over there too. Corner of 535, also known as Vineland, and 192. All right, there's 3 spots that were torn down. Here's a third over here. Okay, curiosity's got the best of me. I want to know what's back here. It's like an old boat dock. All right, I don't know how far I want to go. I don't know if I want to go down the dock. But this is around the back of the property here, so whatever motel or hotel resort used to be here that they've leveled, they did not tear out the light poles, nor the sidewalk here, or the dock leading to this little accommodations at the end. I'm not going to go any farther than this. Lakefront property. Remember they used to rent jet skis at one of these spots out here back in the day in the mid-90s. They had some advertisements saying that they had jet skis for rent. One of these motels. You could take jet skis out on that lake. Part of me has to wonder if there is a massive revitalization of Highway 192 in the future that has not really even been announced yet. Because a lot of these properties sat empty for many years, and within the last 6 months, I'd say, there's been a lot of bulldozers rolling in, tearing a lot of this stuff down. And usually stuff does not get demolished until something's gonna happen. So maybe something's gonna happen. I'm all for it. Oh, it's a Diamondback. Getting a little fuel here. Price of gas here on Highway 192 in Kissimmee, $3.13 a gallon. This used to be a Checkers, an old, dilapidated, fallen and disrepair Checkers. There used to be a big sign right there, and I put my name up on that sign with lettering. This is probably 10 years ago. And it stayed up there for a long time. I did a video on it. Got a big 16-foot ladder from work at the feed store, brought it out here, changed the letters around, and it stayed up there for a long time. Pretty much till they bulldozed the old building. This value pawn or pawn shop next door to where I was just getting gas. I don't know what's going on with the side of the windows there. It's amazing to see some of these places are still open. The Kissimmee Go-Karts and Gator Encounter is still open. See, not a lot of people parked here though. In fact, I think the only 2 people that are up in there are the employees. This is right next to a church. A lot of churches have taken over empty buildings. Well, actually, no, this is a school. This used to be a haunted mansion attraction. Still looks like the castle. If you look over here, I veered off one of the side streets. There's another motel that is in really bad shape. It's not open. You can see how they're tearing some of that out too. Just countless motels that are no longer in use, or that aren't even there anymore. Most of them are torn down. I often wonder how places like this stay open in this day and age with the internet and whatnot. I guess even physical media can branch off into that avenue of entertainment as well. People like to collect that stuff. This automotive place used to be an Indian food restaurant I used to go to a lot back in the 90s, early 2000s. You can see driveways through here. There used to be houses at one point right here along the road. There's houses over there. I used to live in that neighborhood. There used to be homes right here. They tore them out probably 10, 15 years ago. Now they're just empty lots right here along the road. You can still see the driveways. You can see no foundations, but you can see where the driveways used to be. Right along the highway. At one time, this was an Albertsons. It was empty for a long time, but looks like another grocery retailer might be taking over the spot. Stopped inside a little strip mall. This used to be a Publix Plaza. Now there's a Goodwill located in here. But it's kind of interesting, very dated, very retro. Looks like something out of like a Tim Burton film, right? Yeah, take a look at, they got the ceiling fans up here, and then take a look at the architecture here of the roof. Just really cool looking. Kind of looks like the set from Pee-wee's Big Adventure when the bike gets stolen. Up is indoor. Yeah, and then over here it used to be a Publix, now it's a Goodwill, so I'm gonna pop in here real quick. All right, I ended up getting this. It's kind of like, I think I could use it as maybe like a shoe rack for a closet or something, possibly. So yeah, I got a little something. Also in here, one of these stores back in the late 90s, my roommate at that time, Rob, and I would come up here. There was a record store. It was very short-lived. It only probably opened a year, maybe 6 months of a year. It was in one of these. There was a little record store. This old 7-Eleven has sat empty on the corner of John Young and Earl Bronson Vine Street, Highway 192, for a long time. Also a wing place next door. Sat empty a while too, but it's very interesting because this is such a very busy intersection, a very, very busy intersection. You'd think that a 7-Eleven here would do really well. But it closed probably 10 years ago and has been sitting empty since. 51 and 53 are the addresses. And then right over there is a Staples. Used to be a thrift store over there. And a Scotty's Hardware. Scotty's Hardware was first, and then the thrift store. And now this. This Elegant Beauty Supplies used to be a Blockbuster Video. You know, all the Blockbusters are closed. That's what I remember it as. Used to be a Food Lion over here too. Then it became a Save-A-Lot, and now the Save-A-Lot's closed. You can still see the sign there. All right, something's happening. Something's happening. The corner of Central and 192. That was the longest light, waiting for that thing to change to go across. Something happened down here. They're searching for something. Out here in the middle of the road, they got the road. They're all just searching throughout the whole road here. Interesting. All right, I pulled over and parked in this parking spot. I can't figure out what the heck's going on. Got a few people kind of congregating, looking on here. Very confusing, what's happening? On the scene. This is one block off of 192, so Earl Bronson's up there. Always something happening in this neck of the woods. I just asked one of the officers if it was safe for me to be walking around. He said, yeah. So obviously nothing that is imminently dangerous at the moment. But didn't tell me what was going on. Parade? Highly doubtful. I think it's something a little more than that. All right, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Well, there is something to see here, but I just don't know what it is. All right, moving on. Okay, I was just talking to a lady that popped out of the pharmacy, said that there. She asked what's going on. She said she heard something going on out here, quite a ruckus. Probably wouldn't be good to continue walking around. Even though I did ask those that are on the scene if it was okay, and they said yeah. But they're obviously looking for someone. It's up to no good out here. Look at all these people that are out kind of wondering what's going on. Look at all, they have it all coned off. So they got, you can't pull in here, you can't pull in here. And then they got these coned off over here. What the heck is going on? Oh. Those ladies over there look a little distraught, so I think maybe it happened there. Classic car alert. All right, moving on. I think they got it under control. Look at this sign right here. Hide it, keep it, take it. Don't be a victim. Hide it, keep it, take it. Ah, Highway 192. All right, back over in Celebration now. That's gonna do it for today. We'll go to the art walk a little bit later. I'm not gonna take the camera, just enjoy the rest of the evening. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.